Stu here with Raid Shadow Legends to go over Orcs Faction War 21. I was just on stream. I just got off. We leveled up Bloodfeather. She has everything I need to do this run with. Faction Wars 21, no legendaries. We're also going to use a rare. We need this decrease attack. It's the only reason why we're going to bring him. 50% decrease attack. We need this on the boss to survive, to make sure that we don't take as much damage, and that our Vrask can heal us back up. So we've got Vrask in here, we have Veteran, we have Sandlash Survivor. That way, if we take a lot of damage, she's going to put out that Ally Protect right here on her passive, put a block damage on herself. Basically, she's just here only for that, and she has a Provoke on her A1. She's not really extending anything with this AoE here. She does do good damage as well, and we're using her Aura of 25% additional defense for our runs. We could use, if you're bringing Vrask in here as well and you don't have a 100% chance to crit, we can use this lead here for Bloodfeather. 20% additional crit on this Crips. That's a lot. Plus she does 20% additional crit on all her moves, but we're not really worried about her making her a DPS machine. We just want to make sure that on the boss, we get this decreased defense, and then we also get the slow speed and turn meter decrease of 30%. This is really going to help us out on the boss to make sure that we can do this on full auto. Full auto, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we've got our decreased attack right here with Veteran. He's an amazing champion. All defense, right? We've got him in all defensive gear. Let's look at his total stats here. Boom, boom, boom. Well, we can check all this out later on. We've got Vrask in here with crazy amount of HP. 100,000. 100% chance to crit. Sandlash Survivor. We also have Bloodfeather. Sure, you could bring in Zargala for AoE decreased defense, but again, Bloodfeather had everything I wanted. I wanted to level up a new champion to try out somebody different, and she's really good. Really good for what we need here. The decrease of turn meter, the slow speed, as well as this going every 3 turns, as opposed to Zargala's every 4 turns, even though Zargala's AoE. It's okay. We have Seer in here for the waves, so the waves are pretty much covered. Let's get into it. Let's go over to Faction Wars 21 and try this out. All right, here we go, full auto. Let's do it. So we're in here. I like to select Lua first. Make sure we get that AoE damage out of there. There are some other people in here like Allure that we want to take out as well. But since we're on auto, we can select the champions. Makes it much easier, and we should be fine. We're getting our heals from Vrask. Again, Veterans here for our attack down, especially on the boss. And then we have Seer to take out basically everybody. Seer is the one taking out these waves, doing the massive amount of damage. Now, we do have good defense on pretty much everybody in here. Seer has pretty good HP at least. Seer has pretty good HP at maybe 50,000 or 40-something. Bloodfeather is probably the lowest at 40-something as well. The rest of these are really tanky. We've got a tanky Sandlash, a tanky Veteran, and a 100k HP Vrask, so they're not going to die very easily, not at all. And then when we do get low, we do have Sandlash in here to apply that shared damage, right? To help us out with that and put block damage on herself, as long as we don't have something like... The bad thing is when the boss transfers over the buffs, and it will transfer HP later on, when it transfers over the buffs, if we let Veteran put block buffs up on her that you just saw, she'll transfer that over to my people and it'll get blocked. Sandlash Survivor will try to do Ally Protect, but we'll have block buffs on ourselves because we put that block buff up on the boss. She transferred it over and it's bad days for us. Oh yeah, I forgot. We normally pick this lady because she does a lot of damage. But with all these buffs up from Nizana and all these buffs from Hexweaver here, as long as Seer can come back around to do her Karma Burn and eat those and add damage to what she does, it's beautiful. It'll take down the wave really fast, but looks like we're kind of having a hard time of getting Seer to come back around. So obviously if you did this on auto, it would be much easier for you to do on auto. If you wanted to get a 3-star, I think it would be much easier for people out there. But if you're gonna do it on manual, it'll be much easier for you out there. If you're gonna do it on auto like this, it might be a little bit dicey. It's stage 21, guys. Stage 21 is super hard. We're not using any kind of strong legendaries like a Martyr or Lysandra or something crazy. It's not a Chris going through here and just decimating Lizardmen. These are, a lot of these bosses are really hard if you're trying to bring in these factions. A lot of these factions don't have cool stuff on their faction teams, right? Some of these factions don't have a good decreased attack or decreased defense or what Bloodfeather's bringing here. Bloodfeather is bringing a slow speed, a decreased turn meter of 30% along with our decreased defense, which we really need. Click the boss when you come in here. I want to select the boss because this left champion is going to provoke us all the time. The right one's going to put leech on us, so we're not worried about the leech on us. We don't care about this because we're going to work to kill all of them. But what we really want on this boss right now is a decreased attack of 50% from Veteran. That will save all this damage, and that will make it so that our Vrask can heal back all that damage very easily, keep everybody alive, and we will be fine. So she transfers everything on this skill right here. transfers, steals all the buffs, and transfers all the debuffs over to her. Again, if we get the debuff where we block, it's not good. We don't want Veteran to do that. So we're trying to do it all on auto. If we were doing it on manual, it would be much easier because then we could make sure Veteran doesn't do his A3. This orc right here, this Void Orc, doesn't do his A3 to block buffs, and he'd only do his A1. We get that A1 coming in there and decrease attack. Once we do that, we're done. Decrease attack on the boss, and we are golden. And make sure we don't have that block buffs up, right? That way, if we do go down low, like right now, if Sandlash Survivor didn't have her skill on cooldown, her passive, she would have put Ally Protect up, block damage on herself, and we protect our people, right? Good to go. Come on, I'm waiting for Veteran to get this decreased attack up because it's really what we need. Where are you, Veteran? Okay, great. There it is. There it is. She's going to transfer this, and it's not going to be good. It is not going to be good. Come on, Veteran. Okay, do it after this. So there's the transfer. It's on a 3-turn cooldown. Look how much damage Bloodfeather took. We could make her tankier. We definitely could make her tankier. We probably need to really make her tankier. There we go. We got it for 3 turns. Woo! All right. 3 turns. Look at it. 50% decreased attack, defense, weaken. Now she's going to do slow speed, hopefully. We've got a couple turns until she's going to transfer it over. We got to get her down low so she will transfer HP. She's going to exchange it right here on the scale 3. It's going to go on a 12-turn cooldown. And that's it. We got the game. It is done. Full auto, no legendaries, and no dupes. We've even got a rare in here. I think that's pretty good. Again, Faction Wars 21 are pretty damn hard. They really are. I know I've got insane gear. I've got a great haul. And I've got a pretty high, I'm in gold 4 right now. I'm not even in platinum right now. So I get a decent arena standings. But you got to think about this. Wow, Verask, oh, because she did the exchange. Okay, wow, that scared me. She did the exchange for her low HP with Verask, and then that's why he got down so low. It's okay, he's going to come back. He's going to come back. So right now, it looks like we've got everything we need. We just need to keep that decreased attack up, and he will heal back. He will be able to heal back all the damage done, which you can see we have it up again now. She's going to transfer everything over. Hopefully, we'll get to go 2 times to her 1 so we can drop off, especially this decreased defense. If we had it up for a longer amount of time, we can go a few times. We got a turn meter knockdown right there from Bloodfeather. So, look, almost all of it is off our team. That's good. We got to have that speed in anything you do, right? You got to have that speed up. Everybody looks like they're a little bit low, but we just had Sandlash Survivor proc her passive. And when the boss goes down here, the boss is done. We've got 10 turns for it to be able to transfer over HP again. So as long as we don't lose anybody, and honestly, even if we lost somebody right now, it wouldn't be the end of it. We'd be able to recuperate and still win, I'm sure. Recover from it. But I do really want to see that decreased attack up more often. If we grab control of Veteran and just made sure he only did his A1 the whole entire time, it wouldn't be as scary. It wouldn't be as scary as this at all. But we'll go over the rest of my champions and maybe some masters if you guys want to see it at the end here for what we have. And again, I know you might say, hey, Stu, I don't have those champions. I don't have that gear. Well, this is stage 21. You're not meant to do this easily. I'm sorry, but Faction Wars isn't an easy thing to do, especially 20 is much easier, right? Waves in 20, I have 2 seers. If I put 2 seers in those waves on stage 20, you basically just burn those waves down. Very easy to get through all those waves because you don't have a boss at those waves. So if you can farm 20, if you can make it to 20 and do 20, then you're good. You can slowly work on 21. And again, 21 is still very, very hard to do. So if you could do 20 with that, get those seers. Look, I did it in a minute and 30 seconds. Get those seers in there, or get 1 seer in there, get a Vrask in there. Pretty much run kind of the same team. It, of course, is much easier. You don't have to worry about a boss here, and you just blow through it. You saw how easy it was for us to do those waves. It's exactly what you would do on 20, but it would even be easier than it was what we saw on 21. So I'm happy about that. I'm very happy to at least bring a team that's not with any legendaries, that's not with duplicate. Like, I didn't bring 2 seers in there. I didn't bring 2 Vrask in there, even though I think if you had 2 Vrasks, it would be much easier to do that encounter. Get that decreased attack up. I would still bring in Veteran. Maybe I'd take out somebody like Sandlash Survivor, and we'd bring in 2 Vrask along with our Seer, our, who was it, Bloodfeather, and then our Veteran. And I think it would be really easy to do. You'd definitely be able to heal back the whole entire time from it. So let's go take a look at these champions one more time. Again, I'm really glad that I leveled up this new champion. New champion to me. Factions here and Orcs. Let's go over and look at her. Bloodfeather, I think she's fun. I'm gonna have to try her out on some other things and maybe do a guide on her. Maybe we'll try her in Fire Knight. She could help us out there, even though she doesn't have any multi-hits, right? She only has 1 hit here, 20% chance additional to crit. She's got this here. So really we can, being Force, she's only gonna be viable in Dragon 20 and Fire Knight 20. So we can't use her in Spider 20, we can't Ice Golem 20 effectively. So we're kind of limited. So I guess we could run her in the Dragon, right? I just don't like to bring things in waves for the dragons that don't do multi-hit. But once we get to the dragon, and we can't do a slow speed on the dragon or turn meter reduction either. So I don't know. She's kind of limited for that, but for this, really good job. Here's the gear I have on her. Again, I have HP chest, and we got critical damage, critical damage. We could change this out. There were a couple times where she got low. We could change this to HP here, and we could change this to HP here or defense or whatever else. But we do have 24% additional HP on this ring, which is really, really nice. And I was able to put her on HP boots and still keep her speed up. So keep in mind, she's got HP here. We're not in speed boots because I knew she needed some additional help, right? Even with that, she's got really low HP. Pretty low HP for what we're doing, but she still keeps up the speed. She's got the crit because she gets additional 20% in everything that she crits. So she's looking pretty nice. And then for masteries, you know, just normal stuff. I just went down to War Master. I went down here to get additional turn meter whenever anybody gets crit, and then a chance to counterattack. And then the rest of the stuff was if she gets critically hit, you know, she takes less damage. Over here, she has a 30% chance to put a block debuffs up on herself after she gets feared. And then here we can also, if we take amount of damage, we can drop a debuff. And then War Master here to do additional damage right for the boss. So not that bad. Seer is the same Seer I've had forever. If you've ever watched any of my Seer guides or watched me do speed runs, you will always see the same exact Seer, no different. Critical damage at 278. That's what we get Karma Burn off of. Everything driven off of that. As you can see, my Great Hall is pretty maxed out for critical damage, so that's why that might be high for her. I did not bring in Zargala, right? We brought in Bloodfeather. And then we have here, she is great. I've used Sandlast Survivor and the Clan Boss. I use her for my 1-key Nightmare team. I don't use her on my Ultra Nightmare team. I use a two-man-eater unkillable team. But this champion is great. There's no complaints about this champion whatsoever. Everything she does is phenomenal. Everything she does. And this aura is great. Vrash, the same thing. What a great healer. Anytime he critical hits, he's going to heal you guys by 10% of his max HP. So we have an insane amount of HP. We're over 100,000. He's always going to crit, and we're at 195 speed. That's a pretty good win there for what we have on him. And then for a veteran, just defense, speed, boots. That's it. I mean, pretty much everything else, defense. Well, we did have critical damage here, which we did not need. We don't need that critical damage. We're not even at that high of a crit. There's really no reason for it. He does come in here. Veteran's a great champion even to get through all content in the game. When I do all rare runs, if I put Veteran in there, he does really good. Really well. Plus, he has a speed lead of 15% for anything, for dungeons. And then here we can block buffs on waves on a 3-turn cooldown. AoE damage, that's great. Here we can do damage. If we kill them, we get this crit buff for the team. I don't really ever care about this skill. And this one decreased the attack by 50%. On all bosses, it's always good, as you know, as well as the clan boss. So that's the whole team. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun for me to make this on stream. We put gear on, we leveled up Bloodfeather, we put gear on her, and then we had to put gear on Veteran. And then we ran it. We ran it a couple times, and it was fun. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all the love and support, and I will see you guys all on a video soon.